Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna talk about my physique and how I went from very lean to curvy. So let's get started. So on a whim, I made this post on Instagram last night and I showed myself at my leanest physique and in comparison to my curviest physique. And it was very just random that I even put this side-by-side comparison together. I was just going through my iPhone looking at pictures and I just realized how much my body has changed over the years. And I thought it was a unique comparison because I know my stats. And on my leanest photo, I got my waist down to 23.5 inches with a 36-inch hip. At that photo, I was weighing in at around 127 pounds at 5'7.5". Leanest I've ever been, might have even been 126. And I don't know my current weight. I'm probably somewhere between 150 and 160. I am 5'7.5". My waist in that photo was 28 inches with a 42-inch hip. It surprised me how many people were all about the curvier photo and asking me, how did you get your body to look that way? And I decided to share with you my tips for how I got curvy. So let's get into it. In order to add curves, you need to change your mindset about your body. For the longest time, I was mentally programmed to believe that leaner, thinner, skinnier, more abs, all that was better per se. When it's not better or worse, it's just, that's how I always saw a more attractive physique. But the crazy thing was that as I began to gain weight and began to fill out and my butt got bigger and my thighs got bigger and my boobs got bigger and all these would be things that you'd think I'd like, I first initially had a negative reaction to it. I was frustrated that my clothes didn't fit anymore. I was frustrated my bras were tight. And like, yes, all women, not all women, some women don't really mind the idea of their boobs getting bigger. They don't really mind the ideas of their butts getting bigger. They don't mind the idea of things getting bigger per se. But for me, it was initially a struggle because I felt like I was doing something wrong because I was bigger. It took me a season of my life to adapt and adjust to embracing my curves, to embracing the fact that this is where my body is naturally going to distribute more of my fat, which is in my hips, in my thighs, and how to work with that and make that a very fit and healthy and feminine look. So the number one tip you want to follow if you are trying to add curves to your physique is you want to stop running as your primary form of cardio. Long distance running is going to be one of the worst possible forms of cardio that you can do if you are looking to add curves. Now, if you are an endomorph or an overweight endomorph and you're trying to lean down, that's different for that criteria because as an endomorph, you're already naturally curvy there. But for my ectomorphs, for my mesomorphs, if you want to add some serious shape here, stop running because it is just going to burn away all of your muscle. You're gonna like make your butt kind of like sag and get that pancake butt look, and it's just not going to be good. Sprints are fine, or even walking is fine because walking isn't going to waste away your muscle mass that you're working so hard to build. Number two, if you are trying to add curves, don't be afraid to increase your frequency of training lower body. I have a really great booty building guide, which you can see right here, and it's also linked below, where you can be working your glute isolation movements just about 4 times a week to really maximize the gains in your glutes. I used to think in the beginning of my journey that once a week was good enough, but if you want to add curve and shape and lift, like if you want your butt to be like up here, you're gonna have to do a lot more exercise to that area. And it's okay to do more glute concentrated, quad concentrated, hamstring concentrated. And here's the thing, guys, so many people are big on this big glute small quad, like not trying to be quad dominant. I don't see any problem with dominant quads. I think it's an attractive look all in the same, but so many people are all about having their butts be big with their thighs being small. I think it looks great however it naturally fills out, and mine all kind of fill out together. You are gonna also have to, number 3, eat more carbs. For a while there, I was probably eating close to 250, 300 grams of carbs per day to get myself to that point where I really started to add weight. I chose healthy carbs. I was eating oatmeal, I was eating rice, I was eating mostly rice because you guys know I love rice. It's more food, embrace it. Don't be afraid of it, enjoy it. But the thing is, if you're going to be going high carb, don't go high carb and too high in fat at the same time, because high carb plus high fat is a recipe for fat gain. Now, yes, in this weight gain, yes, you will gain some body fat, but I don't recommend going high carb, high fat all the time together. I do recommend keeping your fats under 30% and your carbs with the balance of your calories after you get your nutrition situated. Tip number 4, lift weights, lift weights, lift weights, lift weights. You're gonna wanna minimize that cardio, guys. You are gonna want to lift. And when I say lift, I mean you're gonna have to put some serious effort into the weight training, making it a priority. Yeah, make sure you are lifting, doing glute isolation movements, getting a good mind to muscle connection. So tip number 5 is you're going to have to eat in a caloric surplus above your total daily energy expenditure. This means your BMR times your activity factor. You have that value, that's your total daily energy expenditure. That's your maintenance calories. You're gonna need to eat that level plus a minimum of 300 calories if you want to get bigger. If you're not doing that, you may change the shape, you may change your muscle tone, but your legs, your thighs, your hips, your butt is not going to get bigger until you eat in a caloric surplus. So I hope you enjoyed these 5 tips. If you want to get started on adding size, do my lean gains meal plan. Also add the booty building guide. Both of them are linked here below. The lean gains is going to help you add the body mass according to your body type. So if you're an ectomorph, mesomorph, or endomorph, we have the macro splits all worked out for you to support out the macro needs for each body type to add that nice, full curviness in the right places without having your torso like blow up. So otherwise, order a customized meal plan. I would love to support you in your journey. So enjoy, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.